Hello and welcome to Teach Up, where we train you to do well on the AP Calculus test and to do it fast. Today we will take a look at this problem. Let f be the function defined by f of x is equal to the square root of the absolute value of x minus 5 for all x. Which of the following statements is true? Now, before I take a look at those options, let me just go ahead and rewrite the function as a piecewise defined function. F of x is equal to, now here I'm going to just focus for a minute on the absolute value. The absolute value, what does it do? Let's remember the absolute value will give me the same thing I have in that radicand if the radicand is greater than or equal to 0, and it will give me the opposite of it if the radicand is less than 0. In other words, you're going to get the square root of x minus 5 for the values of x that are greater than or equal to 5, and it's going to give me, this function will give me the square root of negative, in parentheses, x minus 5 for values of x that are less than 5. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my knowledge of the transformation of functions. I know that the square root of x is one of our basic functions, so that function there would look like this, more or less. What I'm going to do is just recognize that the first part here, well, the top part for the values that are greater than or equal to 5, I would have this just being translated 5 units to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have that horizontal translation. Of course, it's defined at x equal 5. And that part of the function in that domain would look like that. And then I did it a little bit backward. For the values that are less than 5, what I would do is I would just recognize that when you take a negative 1 and you multiply it by a function, the result is just a reflection of that function with respect to this line. So the line that I'm talking about is the line x equal 5, which is parallel right now to the y-axis. In any case, this is what the graph would more or less look like. And we recognize here that the graph is going to be continuous from negative infinity to positive infinity. But the only problem here is that the graph is actually not going to be differentiable at x equal 5 because of that cusp. So we will then say that the answer here is going to be A. F is continuous but not differentiable at x equal 5.